Hi everyone, welcome to Papa's Workshop. Today I decided to get my batteries organized. This time of the year, everybody needs batteries and you can't find them because they're scattered all over the house. Well, I decided to go ahead and build this, and now I can get the batteries very easily, and if I need to add more, just raise up the plexiglass, drop in the new batteries, and I'm good to go. All that's left is to find a place to hang it. Let's get started. And if you're like me, you've got batteries stored everywhere around the house. And I want to be able to get them organized in one place. And this is the best time of year to do it because every single thing that you buy for Christmas seems like comes with batteries. So one of the things that I did, the largest battery that I have is the D-size battery. Now I measured the battery, and the overall length is 2 3/8 of an inch. So that is what I'm going to use for the deepest part of my little cabinet. Now I've already cut some strips that are 2 3/8 inch wide, and that's what I'm going to use for my dividers. The overall length that I'm going to make this is 12 inches. The next thing that we've got to do, we've got to be able to make a finger hold to be able to reach in and grab the batteries and pull it out. And I think that needs to be about that long. And as far as the height, it needs to be probably right along in there. And I'll make all of these the same. And I'm just using a quarter to be able to draw my arc. And I'll take this over to the bandsaw, cut this out. After I finished making my pattern, I went ahead and taped all of them together and marked here. So I'll cut all of them at once and then take them over to the sander, and I'll be able to sand all of them at once as well. Now I didn't take any video of cutting it on the bandsaw, but once I did complete it, I just brought it over here to the sander and sanded everything nice and smooth. With all of them taped together, it made it where it was a very easy process to do. In getting the width, one thing is important to note. These batteries, which are the lithium-ion batteries, they're actually just a hair wider than the regular battery. So what I'm going to do is go and measure the width of this widest one. To get this lined up exactly where I want it, I think this is actually going to be better than trying to do it with the tape measure. So that's going to be just a little bit of play. So that's where I'm going to cut it. To be able to cut this to the proper thickness, all I did is use the D battery as a reference, put in my next battery, and then from there just push that right over to it and then make my mark. And I'll take that over to the table saw. To cut the filler strips, the first thing that I did is with the information on the width that I needed, I cut all of those strips based on the size of the battery. And then, using the other method to be able to get the thickness that I need, I went ahead and ripped those to the proper thickness as well. Once that was all done, then I went ahead and cut each one of the strips to the 12 inches so I had the proper length. The last thing that we have to do before assembling this is to rip all of the outside frame members and be able to cut those to the proper width and to the proper length. I'm going to be using plexiglass on the front of my case, and to be able to accept that plexiglass, I need to have a groove put into the two side panels. So here I'm using an 1/8 inch bit in my router table and cutting that slot into the side panels. I'm able to do that with one pass, and it's a lot easier than using the CNC machine for this application. Now it was time to get everything assembled, and I'm using glue and I'm also using the brad nails to be able to put this together. And I started by being able to put the frame together first. Using this method with the brad nails and with the glue, it'll make for a very strong cabinet. And the back that I used to be able to secure everything to was just a scrap piece of 3/4 inch plywood that I had in my scrap bin. To be able to put in all of the divider strips and the filler strips that I needed, I just went ahead and put down a good amount of glue. And to be able to spread it around, I just used an old gift card, and that made it where I could spread the glue nice and easy. I did keep the glue away from where the D batteries are going to be located. Now I could just start installing each of the strips, and I have all of the strips laid out in order. So I just add a little glue and then put it into place. Oops, and can't forget, I got to put it across the bottom too, or they'll have no glue on it. And then from there, I'll just go ahead and install it in place and move on to the next piece. Now I repeated this process all the way across until I had all of my divider strips and the little filler strips in place. Now I found the easiest way to be able to measure the plexiglass is just actually be able to put it up against the project itself and make the mark. It works very accurate that way. The plexiglass is actually very easy to cut on the table saw, and it makes for a very clean cut by just being able to line up exactly where it needs to be on the mark. I can make a nice easy cut with the table saw. And you can see there, it just cuts very, very easily. Okay, with the plexiglass sheet cut, it's time to be able to fit it. We can slide it in, and you can see it works perfectly. Can't beat that at all. This way I'll be able to see the batteries and how many I have in storage. This was a fun project to do today, and it's nice that I finally have all my batteries stored in one place. And surprisingly enough, I don't have as many batteries as I thought I did. But it's nice to know that I can come and just pick up the battery that I need, and I also can easily tell when I need to go and buy some additional batteries. The nice thing about this is when it comes time to be able to add new batteries, all I've got to be able to do is just open up this plexiglass window, slide the batteries in, let it back down, and I'm done. So all that's left now is go and find a place to hang this. Hi everyone, thank you for watching my video today. If you like the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below and the little bell next to it so you'll be notified on the different videos that I upload. Also, check out the videos over here to be able to stay up to date on the happenings in my shop. So again, thank you for watching my videos.